There you are.
I'm back.
Yeah, you're the only one so far.
I guess people had to get to the link.
I don't know. I really don't know. Um, those kits are all right. There's a couple of them I saw on Amazon that were a tad bit more expensive. They had a few extra things in them. I think they were like $5 or $6 more, and they came with like an instruction book, a follow along kind of.
The one from Igloo, or
Yeah,
that one has an instruction book.
yeah,
You know, normally I take these things to camp. I got these wooden boards that they're connected to, but being remote, you can't do that. So
right. No,
everybody's going to need to get a kit.
they're not. It's not a bad kit. Um, I think a few years ago I tried to figure out if we could put a kit together any cheaper, and I was coming out with like $2 or $3 cheaper, and I'm like, nah, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. You know, I think some of those people who do the tutorials, I just wonder if Amazon gives them a kickback or something, because they put their link there. Uh, and you have to do volume to make it worth
Yeah.
it.
Well, they're not bad kits.
Well, I'm doing simple stuff anyway, you know, like turning on lights and turning off lights, and
Yeah.
detecting switches. Does the toggle switch comes with that, right?
I think a
You have
switch
to have a
comes.
toggle switch.
I think a switch comes with it. Let's see. I closed the link. I think I think it comes with buttons.
Well, that works.
Um, comes with
Buttons don't, you know, with young kids, it's kind of like on and off, sort of
yeah,
gives you
yeah.
the feel of what you're doing.
I don't see a switch. I see buttons. So I guess buttons would work.
No, it works. You know, I just think about you know, buttons are kind of like magic.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you got kids who are slightly concrete, I mean, they're concrete materials. They want to see I want them to understand what's going on and, you know, see some action. Because I have these demos with the switches, you know, different kinds of switches. You can
Right.
switch with a paper clip, closes the circuit. And then I have like a real switch where you can't see it. Then I have actually a board with push on, push off, like
Like the
those
buttons.
switches.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking. It looks like the Elgo kit comes with a little bit more than the Micro Center kit, but I still don't see switches. I see buttons.
Well, I'll figure it out.
But
Or
buttons will buttons
I can mail them
some
some toggle
toggles.
switch that I have like soldered wire on.
Yeah. Toggle switches are probably pretty easy to get cheap.
Yeah.
She got there are a few more things like the stepper motor in that kit, and the stepper motor driver and the joystick. So it for another couple of bucks, that's not a bad kit.
Mhm.
Oh, Barry's here waiting. Not paying attention. I'm talking about kits.
Just cheap. This is 28 bucks. But I don't know. It's practically everything.
Yeah, that one's got even more stuff.
Push buttons.
Well, it's
Seven,
got different stuff. It's got some different stuff.
yeah, 7 segments displays. Microphone, servo, stepper, ultrasonic speaker, displays.
There's a link in the chat box there, Frank, that
I got it.
to a kit with a little bit cheaper and even different stuff. So
Mega.
No, this is a.
It's got keypads, Bluetooth remote. It's got a 7 segment.
yeah. Well, each one of these kits seems like it has a little bit different thing.
Yeah,
I still don't see any toggle switches.
that's okay.
You're asking for the moon, Frank. You're asking for the moon.
Those toggle switches probably cost, a nickel a piece or something.
You're talking about the push toggle, the button that is toggle, but you push
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah,
But the Amazon also has them, right?
Yeah. Well, they've even got the more expensive, the $60 kit that has all kinds of stuff with it and comes with Arduino Mega instead of the Uno.
yeah. This one has the Mega.
I think that that Elgu, or however you want to say that,
Yeah,
I think that's a decent kit because it also gives you the instructions. They don't just leave you out there hanging. Of course, if they take the instructions, then that leaves you out of a job, Frank.
that's fine. Here's the deal though with it's with kids, it's with adults. There's a tendency to not want to read too much or do too much digging. So as long as people need to be showed stuff, I have a job.
Yeah.
Because I would,
Something like
it
that.
would be great if we got to that point where you could get something like that and you could almost universally give it to somebody who's 14 years old. And you can give it to some 14-year-olds, but not most. Their attention span is much too short.
Yeah.
And if they get stuck, they say, oh, well, I'll go into something else.
Well, need to have what do you call it? An aptitude for this stuff anyway,
Yeah, that's
or a
true.
desire to even want to do it in the first place.
That is very true. I was talking to a parent yesterday of a 10th grader, and we're talking about what's the most critical thing for success. You really need to want to do it, and you need to be consistent.
Frank, I put a link for the toggle switch, 20 pieces for $7 in Amazon.
20?
Well, there's a
The last link.
That's it.
100 pieces for $10.
Where? No, but the other one, 20 pieces for 7.
Well, yeah, but for another few dollars, you could get 100
Yeah,
pieces.
but you never know when to stop.
You can get more stuff to store,
Can never have too many toggle switches.
Never.
Never.
Well, I got one, I picked up in the last few months, I picked up a better habit. I store this stuff so that I know where it is and it's marked. I was bad about that. I just throw it in boxes and stuff like that and you have to dig. So I would
that
put this in something and mark it.
that sounds like my storage unit. There's just a bunch of stuff in there. I know it's in there. I know it's in there. I will never ever see most of it again because it's in there. Somewhere I have, like, when Radio Shack went out of business, I bought a bunch of the components, and there's brand new resistors and just stacks of that stuff in boxes in the storage.
Yeah, I've got kind of the common ones, 270 ohms, 333. There some that you use a lot,
Yeah.
like 3.3K.
Well, when they were selling them by like a couple of pennies a piece, I was just taking them off the shelf and, I'll take all these. What are you gonna do? I don't know. I'm gonna take them now.
I take the eye.
You can start your own eBay store.
Yeah, and most of that stuff ended up in a box, and it's somewhere in the storage unit.
Is the storage unit filling up?
Yes.
Look, this kit, $60. There you go, the last one. You see?
Yeah, but that one's just a really basic.
Yeah, just let's push buttons. I don't. This is a chip register. The chip.
Yeah.
74HC 595. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so you can hook up a bunch of the
Yeah.
LEDs
Yeah.
and get them to do weird stuff. Actually, if you just want a really basic kit, Frank, that's probably the best deal. $17.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good deal. I'm actually the parents of these kids are gonna pay for this, so.
Well, you could recommend 3 different kits to them then.
My tendency is to want to recommend one that they can, do a lot of different stuff with, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
This one doesn't have motors. I like the motors.
Yeah,
The servo, the stepper, the
ultrasonic.
the DC motor, the ultrasonic is nice also.
doesn't have battery connection either. That was the thing that I liked about the other. It had, connector for the 9-volt battery.
Yeah, it actually the other one actually has a couple of different ways to power it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can bring the project without needing an outlet. It's nice just to
Right.
have the project whenever they want.
Yeah, they just need a 9-volt battery.
Mm.
But you can get those 9-volt battery connectors like pretty cheap too. So,
Also, yeah, and buy the battery.
and buy a battery for them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So the $37 one, you can do a little bit more. You've got the remote control, the IR remote, you've got the joystick, you've got the ultrasonic.
Yeah.
And then
I like the Nano, the Arduino Nano with the big board.
yeah.
I think it's easy to use. I don't know. Just plug the Arduino Nano in the breadboard, and you have all the pins and whatever in a single board.
Yeah.
But I don't see the Nano kit. Let me check. Arduino Nano kit.
Well, you've got the LCD display, so you could even hook up the LCD and hook up the ultrasonic and show your distance on it.
Yeah, and you could do counting kind of things.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different things you could do with that, where the basic kit looks like you're basically flashing lights.
Yeah. But with the $37 kit, it gives you a lot of options, you know, as to what kind of projects you want to try to do.
Yeah. Well, and like with that kit, even after you go through the course and learn, you could go back and go, I really liked doing this or whatever, and put it back together. You've got the parts there to do it.
Yep. And then if you really get inspired, you could start thinking about getting a case and a board and wiring some of the stuff together.
Or even
yeah,
more parts. Another kit. I need 2 of these kits.
well, you know, the thing that happens is once you get started, you know, you could get Leroy fever, you know. I got to have another one.
This is the worst thing ever.
And parents probably will like it because this stuff is a lot cheaper than what kids typically ask for, you know. I mean,
Like
this
the
is not in
$300
iPhone
Switch.
range.
I need a $300 Nintendo Switch.
I want a robot that walks. There it is.
It walks. Yeah, we're watching the grandkid again. He her daddy went back to work, so we're watching her again. That came in the mail yesterday, and she was, "We got a dog. We got a dog. Let's play with this dog."
Don't touch.
I said, "This dog costs more than you do."
So how old is she?
She's 5.
Oh, okay. She's a beginner.
She missed going to kindergarten by like 3 days because of the way her birthday fell.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't make an exception for her because they said, you got to make a cutoff somewhere. And I'm like, yeah, but I mean, you're talking about 3 days. So
Yeah.
she's going to go to kindergarten this year. And we were playing a video game the other day, and we needed 130 coins to get into a room, and we had 120 something. And I just randomly said, how many more coins do we need? And she goes, we need 6 coins, Papel. And I'm like, yeah, we need 6 coins. How do you know this stuff? And we were coloring, color by numbers, and she was reading the numbers. Blue is 1, and I'm like, okay, see, she wants to go to school. She wants to learn this stuff. But
Well,
if you tell her that she knows this stuff, she'll clam up and she won't tell you any more stuff. So you got to make it like a game.
Well, if she's counting at that level, you know, at 4, you know, she's on her way.
Yeah.
Look at this.
She's a smart cookie, but if you tell her that it's math,
Oh,
that she's doing math, she just clams up and she doesn't want to do it. So if you make it like a game, like, you know, you need 130 stars, and we've got 124 stars, how many more stars do we need? And she'll tell you right off what you need. And she doesn't even think about it. It's just, she just says it. And I'm like, yep, she knows her math. She at least knows simple math.
can she plays those games so she can concentrate, right? She can
Yeah.
work on something for a long time.
Yeah.
Look this game, this kit. You don't need to wire anything. Everything is there in the shield, and it's pretty cheap.
I've got one of
That's
those
one.
shields.
You can do almost sound, analog, switches, I mean push buttons, LEDs, uh,
Yeah,
registers, the cool thing.
hey, hang on.
Oh, okay. So it's, okay, it's got all of the devices mounted on another
Yeah,
board.
yeah.
So you don't have to do wiring, you
No,
just,
no wiring. Yeah.
yeah. The one on the right, does that mount on the one on the left? I mean, these things must be stacked, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's a shield over the Arduino.
Yeah, I thought I had one of those shields. It must be in a box somewhere.
But it costs less than a single Arduino.
God, it's cheap.
Yeah. If I remember right, if it's the same shield I think it is, to get the 7-segment display to work, you always have to be sending something to it. There's no latch on it.
To the shift registers.
Yeah,
You need to scan them. I mean,
constantly.
do scanning. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because there's no latch on it.
No.
But that was like really the only weird quirk about that particular shield. I think everything else was perfectly fine.
You know, these cables look kind of short. I mean, the USB,
Yeah, usually it's the cheapest one. I think
They're going to say
they are
save you one that's about like that long.
like food, right? It's,
Oh, that cable's probably one of those tiny ones, you know.
you know, that was the problem I had at Cincinnati State. I had to buy some extra that were long, because if you put the unit on a table and the computer is mounted below the table,
no, you need
it would work really short. You have to put it on
a longer cable for sure. You need this.
You know, I'm tempted though, and maybe this is just my desire to inflict some pain. I like to have them connect the wires up.
Yeah, it's
Take a wire
yeah.
connected to the pin that it's supposed to go
I
to.
think it's a better experience
Yeah.
for the kid, yeah, to
And
connect stuff.
If it doesn't work, then you get to do some troubleshooting and some thinking about, you know, what did I do wrong?
The smell of the burning resistors is nice.
I think Jim's celebrating Christmas.
Yeah, he's still in Christmas.
Would y'all rather see me or?
Or maybe he's in the next one.
That
I have something. I have a lot of the kids, most of them, you know, like 8th grade. And so they're not going to, well, at least in the beginning, they're not going to do any heavy duty programming. So I have we have 2 videos. One of them, I only do one, but one of them, they go to a website and they capture the code and they capture the picture, and they bring it from a website to their local computer. And it's just HTML, so they can run it on their computer. But what you can do after that is you can modify the HTML file and put your content in it without knowing the whole set of HTML, because you're just not going to know that right away. And so let me share that. Here we go. Did I share?
Yep.
Wow.
You shared something.
I didn't share what I wanted to share. Let me share the desktop and then. Okay, I shared to Amazon. Show all windows. I'll just share the desktop and I can pick what's there. Oh, that's not what I wanted to share. I got a bunch of stuff. And Amazon. I need to close some stuff.
Cool.
Cool.
Oh, this is it right here, actually. That's me.
That's you.
Okay, let me start it.
Play.
This tutorial is going to describe how you. Can you hear it?
Yep.
Okay, good. Create a website from the template that is some code that already exists, and you modify it to create a page of your own and add your content to it. And again, this code you're going to get, it's on the web, and it's an existing website, and you're simply going to copy it. First, you'll copy it just as it is, and then, you know, in a later video, I'll show you how to change it to your own. So let me get to the desktop. I think I want to make my picture a little bit bigger. So the first thing we want to do is we want to create a folder, which is a place to hold our website. And this is actually the way it's done on the web. There's a series of folders that will hold the content of all websites. So let me create a folder, right click, and I'm going to click on New, Folder, and I'm going to call this Frank's website. The next thing I'm going to do is open up this website so that I can put other folders and files inside of it. So I double click on it and it opens. Move it over a little bit. With a right click, go to New again. I want another folder. I'm going to call this one Images, and Images will be the place where I keep my pictures. This is very common for all websites in general. The place for the pictures is in a folder called Images. I'm going to create another folder, which I'm not going to use right away, but I will create it there. So at a later time, I can add information to it. So New, and it's going to be called Cascading Style Sheets. And style sheets contain codes that can change the color and can change the size of the content. Basically, it contains code that makes your website look good. So I'm going to type in C.
The format.
And that's done. I have the main folder, and I have a folder to hold my pictures and all the CSS. And for the instruction right now, that's actually done. So now I need to go get the content put in these folders. So let me go to my web browser, which is Firefox, and I'm going to go to the website, which is www.cascading.com. ComPARLO.html. And this is part of this page. And now we see all those pages. This is all when he was graduated from preschool, probably close to 5. I think at this time it's still 4. And here's all his content. Got his ABCs and his numbers, and he tells you who his nana is, and his nana helped him put this together. But what I want from this is I want the source code, because I'm going to use that to create my website. So I'm going to right click here, and I'm going to go down to view, view source, and guess what? There's the code. Now, what I'm going to want to do is highlight all of this and copy it. And so I'll put the cursor here, and I'll break it out like this. And then on the keyboard, there's a key called Control. This CTRL. Hold that down, and hold the C key down at the same time. And that will copy all of this code, and I can move it from the website to my local computer. So now I've got it copied. I'm going to minimize this for a second. And then I need to have a way to create this file and edit it. And edit it, which means make changes to it. So I'm going to click on this magnifying glass in the search box here. And I'll type in the name of the program, Notepad, that I'm going to use for editing. Notepad is on all Windows computers. I double click on it, and it opens. And remember I said I had copied all that code and I had it on something called a clipboard. So now to put it into this file, I'm going to hold Control key down, then hit the V key, and there it is. There's the code. And now I can save the code to the folder on my computer. So I'll go to File here and say Save As, and I want to go to Desktop. And remember, this was the folder that I created, my website. And I'm going to give it the name, same name it had on the web, ARLO.html. Many websites have this extension, HTML files. In the beginning, all web pages were HTML. Now, the Notepad is trying to get me to save this as a text document. And of course, I want to make it HTML, so I need to drop this box here, and put all files, and then click save. And if I read this here, you can see that I have my page, and the name is Arlo, and it is HTML file. And it's in my folder on my computer. Now the next thing I need to do is I need to get the picture. And I'm going to save the picture into images. So I'm going to go back. This is the web browser. And here's Arlo's page. And if I put the cursor over the picture, and I right click it, and I copy the image, this is going to go on the clipboard again that I showed you before. And now all I need to do is go back down to my folder, and put the folder, and there's my website. And I want to go to images, And I will click B. And there's Audio's picture there. Now, going through this a little bit fast, so you may need to do this a couple times to get everything lined up in the right place. But the more you do this kind of thing, the more proficient you get, and you will need this when you're creating other software and websites and other programming materials. So this is kind of something that you do a lot. You grab code or you get data from different places and move it to the place that you need and do what you need to do with it. So that's done actually. So now I have my page, I've got my image here, and if I click on Arlo, I've got Arlo now on my local computer, and I can make changes to it and convert it to whatever I need to convert it to. Again, this is a common thing that's done with software and websites and things like that. So this is, I'm gonna cut this one off, and I'm gonna pick up from here on the next tutorial and show you how to change this into your website. And later on, I will even show you how to put pages onto the internet so they can be seen by everybody in the world. So stay tuned for the next recording. Okay, I have a second one where I let them use the editor, put a picture of their choice in there and add whatever kind of text they want. And this is kind of like a hello world site. And then I add tags, matching tags.
Welcome to my channel. This is OpenCV C++.
Okay, I need to stop this thing.
Everything you need to know to get started. This course is based on my previous.
Okay.
By Sente.
Yeah.
One of the new channels I got is French channels. They're pretty interesting. They're like BBC. But one of them is the French channel in Espanol.
Okay.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
The French channel in Spanish.
Yeah. They have French channel in English, and then French channel in Espanol. That's part of that crowd TV stuff. They have a couple of French channels. They have a Euro channel too.
Okay.
We are down to about 3 minutes. Give or take a few seconds. So.
That's exactly 2:58.
We have El Conflicto. Does that look reversed to you guys? Is that reversed?
No,
Oh, okay.
the watch it kid. Watch it kid.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Well, they have a mixed martial arts channel, looks like, or mixed martial arts.
BBC.
There's Euro News. And there's France Espanol.
The Law and Crime channel.
Yeah, oh yeah, if you like legal stuff, court cases, all kinds of stuff there. That first TV, that's where O'Reilly hangs out at 8 o'clock. This is kind of an interesting channel. They have, this is for wealthy people, which would be me and Leroy. Yeah. They have yacht stuff and sailing vessels.
That's your yacht?
That's a sailing vessel there. It's a small yacht, yeah. I guess they'd call that. But they had a $30 million jobbie they were showing us around the other day. I was thinking about it. Maybe Leroy would have one by next week, huh?
You never know.
You may have to have it.
Gone beyond Leroy dollars now, so.
I don't know. I think he probably gets one pretty cheap. I think they'd probably beat us though. That gimme. So they have yachting shows and the Italian yachts made with not walnut, but the specialty stuff. So this is, they have a fruit channel. It's pretty interesting. I'll watch that. I'm surprised I'll watch that. And One America News
Great.
and some other silly stuff. Oh, and Newsmax. Anybody likes Newsmax? Euro News. Let's see what Euro News looks like. This is for $250 a month. You get all these channels.
How much?
$250.
Who's the carrier?
It's Cloud TV, KLOWDTV.com. Go over there to sign up. And this particular option is, I've got Roku, so it has a Roku app, and you load the Roku.
Bye. We're out of time.